Welcome back to the Midland Christian Mustang Network Game Day Live Semifinal Edition. I am now joined by two of your junior wideouts, Mr. Chandler Caraway and Mr. Jack King. How are you boys doing tonight?
Good. Awesome. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, we're excited to get some new faces and new voices.
I love it.
Here on the show.
Chandler Caraway, 336 yards, leading the Mustangs 5 touchdowns. Then Jack King, 176 yards, 2 touchdowns. Those 2 touchdowns we just saw against the St. Pius game. Jack, how did it feel to get those 2 touchdowns in that game?
It felt really good. I mean, not having a touchdown all year, it felt really good to get those 2 because, last year I had a big game against St. Pius, so I kind of knew I was going to do it again.
I know, how crazy is that? You went off against St. Pius, and then this year y'all put up, as an offense, your team high, 64 points in the season, most first downs, most yards. Just how did it feel on offense that day?
It felt really good. We were clicking. Credit to the coaches. They came up with a great game plan, put us in position for success. So, yeah, it felt really good.
Shan, I want to ask about one big play in that game, your touchdown in that game. I don't know how you caught the ball. It looked like the sun was setting, and Sam said it last week. Like, it was just perfect. What'd you tell Sam?
So I got my head around, and as I was looking, usually it's kind of right on my back shoulder, and I looked and it wasn't there. I was like, where is it? And I just see a black figure floating kind of, and I just went over to it. I don't know. It just kind of happened. I really don't know how else to explain it.
That's amazing. All right, so what has your junior year been like for both you guys?
Well, for me, it's been a blast. Even with COVID, coming out and shocking the world pretty much, no one expected us to do what we're doing right now. And so it's pretty fun to keep shocking people.
Yeah, it's honestly been great. Didn't really play last year. I think I started one game against Parrish last year. And just to come out and actually feel like I'm helping the team. I know scout team obviously helps a ton, but just feel like I'm doing and giving part of me to the team. So it feels really good.
How does it feel to be playing football in December and to be in the state semifinals in the largest division in TAPS?
It's amazing. It's something you dream about since you're a little kid, coming to Midland Christian games, watching them. You want to win state, and playing in December means you're pretty dang close. So,
it's awesome, especially to be this close, but we're not satisfied with just being this close. We're going for it all.
Yeah. How did you guys see that first matchup with Parrish?
I think we had some confidence. We were playing well after that Wall game. We had a really good week of practice for the Parrish game. Didn't really know what to expect out of them, if they're going to be the same team as last year or not. And that game proved that we could play with anybody. So,
yeah, kind of like Jack was saying, we kind of went out and we knew we were going to give them a shot, but we just didn't we didn't really know what was going to happen. And then we came out firing and we just kept running with them. So it feels great, especially now that we know that we can do that. So.
What do you guys think of your fellow junior quarterback, River Rodriguez?
Stud. All the hours we put in the summer, throwing routes on Sunday evenings, all the 7-on-7 days, it's finally paying off, and he's a great quarterback.
Yeah, like Jack was saying, he's awesome. And all the workouts in the summer, 7-on-7, all the work put in, it just shows how much River actually puts into his work on the field.
Yeah, to back that, Chandler, I had mentioned at the beginning of the year, after that first scrimmage, the strides River had taken. Last year was a great runner. This year still a great runner. I think he has great vision on the field. But sophomore year, the biggest criticism I would taken from River was confidence in the pocket and being able to sit in the pocket and make throws. And I think he's done a great job in the offseason and throughout this whole year of showing that he's a better passer this year and has a lot more confidence. Last year was confident, I think, outside of the pocket, but this year his confidence about staying in the pocket and first response to pressure not being roll out of the pocket and make a pass that way. But he's definitely stayed in there and taken some hits and delivered balls. So I would agree with what both of y'all said about River.
Last time Midland Christian Mustangs were playing football in December, Coach Little Mac was playing in the state championship game for the Mustangs his senior year. Guys, what do y'all think about your receivers coach, Little Mac?
He's a great coach. He pushes us to be the best we can every day, and he makes it fun to be a receiver for this team.
Yeah, he's awesome. I remember right before we were about to start, like, I guess the 1 hour practices with the whole COVID, like, delaying our season. He called me and Jack before, and he just, like, stated out, like, what we're going to work on and, like, how we're going to identify as receivers this year. And it's just, like, everything he said has played out, and it's really nice to see that.
All right, so y'all were able to put up 32 points against Parrish back in October. How do you think you're going to do in this rematch?
I think we're going to do pretty well because we have an even better game plan than we did coming into that game because we didn't know really what they were going to do. So now that we've kind of have film on them and played them before, I think we're going to have a really good game plan and expect more of the same.
Yeah, great game plan, and definitely expect to put a lot of points on the board again.
Awesome. All right, All Saints, Nolan, who are you going with?
Nolan, 100%.
Nolan. But Nolan has that, like, tendency, like, kind of like Colton was saying, too. Just, I don't know. I mean, we're good with either.
Yeah. All right, it's the 5th all-time meeting between Midland Christian and Dallas Parish. Earlier this season, second round of the playoffs last year, and then back in 2012, 2013. The series is even, 2 games apiece. Someone's going to take that edge today in Abilene, ACU. Guys, what's it like playing at ACU?
It's pretty fun to play at a college stadium, but even though we don't have very good juju there going right now, we plan to change that.
Yeah, it's awesome, like, looking up at the fans and seeing the huge crowd, and especially, like, for Midland Christian in that stadium, we fill it up pretty well, so I think it's awesome.
All right, real quick, what's y'all's favorite uniform combo?
Blue jerseys, white pants. Looks very clean.
Last week against St. Thomas?
I'd probably have to go with the same, if not white on white.
Right on. All right, Jack King, Midland Christian Jr. Jack, I know you're a big Hook'em Horns fan, right?
Not even close.
Chan, who's your college team?
Tech.
Tech. All right. So Wreckham and
you're terrible, and you're all right this year.
Hey, I heard Bob Stoops was back out at practice.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, I didn't expect him to come out of retirement, but there he is.
All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us on Game Day Live, giving us a little bit of time. So great to hear from you.
Yes, sir. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right. That's juniors Jack King and Chandler Caraway. Best of luck, guys.
Yes, sir.
All right. We're going to take another quick break. Up next, we'll be joined by the one and only, all these